Hello world, Shelly here, and it's time for another episode of Foundation Fest, and today I'm checking out from AOA Studio the micro budget shopmissa.com. This is the Pure Complexion Liquid Foundation. Retails for $1.55. Comes in 12 different shades. I have it in the lightest shade L1. This is described as Complexion Perfection, a liquid foundation featuring a creamy formula designed to blend seamlessly for dewy coverage and a filtered pure skin finish. Creamy, buildable, smoothing, blendable, non-toxic, vegan, cruelty-free. Looks like a pretty standard silicone-based formula here, and I don't see added fragrance. There is Camellia japonica seed oil. I'm probably saying that wrong. Yeah, looks pretty straightforward. Not a very long ingredient list, which I like. I'm going to apologize in advance if you hear any noise. A tree fell down on my house the other day, and so the tree guys are here to chop it up, but I gotta film when I can film. I'm also cutting my hair. I'm not cutting my hair. Whoa, let's step back. Where did my headband go? I lost it. Hold up. Alright, here we go. Yeah, a tree fell on my house a few days ago, so the tree guys are here to chop it and take it away. $1,125 later. But yeah. Oh, this might be noisy. I hope that my directional microphone makes it so you can't hear all this. All right, let's see what we got going on here. This is getting 3.91 out of 5 stars with 11 reviews. It's one of their new releases on the Shop Miss A website. So yeah, I've had pretty good luck with AOA Studio's products. This is 1 ounce of product for $1.55. So let's take a look at shade L1, swatched against a few others in my collection. Swatch time. First up is today's foundation from AOA Studio, the Pure Complexion Foundation in shade L1. Second, I've got from Estee Lauder, the Double Wear Stay in Place in 1C1 Cool Bone. Third up is MAC Studio Sculpt in NW15. And last I've got from Wet n Wild, the Tinted Hydrator in Fair. Oh, I had to wait till they were done. That was loud. I already cleansed, moisturized, and sunscreened this 49-year-old face. I have not primed, but I am going to with a little bit, oh, maybe a lot, of my handmade Bakuchiol cream, which started out as a facial lotion, but I really like using it as a primer, and I take it up under my eyes too, because it just has that, like, it's a drier lotion formula, which makes for good grippy primer type situation. Okay, so I will go in on one side with a damp sponge. There's nothing better than a fresh pack of sponges. The other side, I will use my BK Beauty 101 brush. We will see if there's a better way, one way or the other. Let's get a little consistency check here. Alright. This looks like might be a little light. No, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. There's 12 shades, which is good for a K-Beauty line. They usually have fewer, and they do go all the way into deep, so that is awesome. But I always have a hard time with undertones, and they jump pretty, like, from fair to darker light. So it's like, and I'm like dark fair. Like in the summer I can get away with like the light end of light, but usually I'm in the dark end of fair, so I'm not the fairest of the fair. I don't think this is too light because I'm still winter, you know. Pretty light coverage with a sponge, but I am getting some redness correction, so that is nice. Let's try the brush side. I haven't gone out to see what the tree situation looks like. I just saw them getting into their truck. And since I have to go get my hair cut, I'm like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I want to do my face so I can go get my hair cut and not lose a filming day. But I haven't gone and looked at the tree. So the tree did not damage the house, thank goodness. It was about a foot too short to damage the house. It did hit the roof, but the part that hit the roof was just like the dead branches of the very top of the tree, so they just like shattered everywhere. But they don't appear to have done any damage, but it was laying on top of like the water main access to the house and the cable box and right across the front door, like, yeah. So, had to pay the tree guys to get rid of it. If they fall in the backyard, they just fall and decompose and they become like squirrel and woodpecker habitat. But when they fall across your front door and your cable box and your water main, you kind of got to deal with it. So, yeah, a little bit more coverage with the brush, I would say. It's not a super dewy finish. They described it as dewy, but I'm not feeling too dewy. I don't like it to look too dewy. I don't like... Why am I going into my bottle? I still have some here. I don't want to look sweaty, if you know what I mean. But I like a little shine. Like a little... Shine's probably not the right word, but like glow. Let's just even this out a little. This is on the lightest. It's probably as light as I can reasonably go. I am a little bit flaky today, but honestly, I'm not seeing it yet in the foundation, so that's good. We'll see. We'll see. Sometimes it takes a minute for, as the product dries down, sometimes that's when you start seeing the edges of flaky skin get clung to, whatever, however that's supposed to be said. Clung to, I think would be right? I'm only taking a little bit to my eye area for blending purposes because I am going to film a concealer from them as well. So you'll see that when I come back with my whole face on. All right. Here we go. Yeah, it's clinging a little bit in between my eyebrows, but that part of my face is super peely right now. I've a little bit of peeling happening here, a little peeling on my nose, and a bunch of peeling right between my eyebrows. So that's the skin situation as we're starting out. All right, let's zoom in so you guys can see what I'm seeing here. I feel like it looked a little bit nicer before I built it up. Once I built it up, I feel like you can just kind of see it on top of the skin a little bit. Some foundations just don't meld together as well when you build them up. So I would say this is I would go one and done with this one. So you're going to be at a lighter coverage. I would say we are at like the lightest of medium coverage right now. It is really clinging to the dry skin in between my eyebrows and just a little bit everywhere else. A little bit on my chin, a little bit on my nose, a little bit everywhere else, but just really, really clinging to those flakes in between my eyebrows to the extent that I might try to like rub all of that skin off if I can, which I already did before I sat down to do my makeup. I thought I had gotten as much of it away as I could, but that's some pretty significant clinging there in the middle. Otherwise, if we ignore that altogether, I don't think it's the most blurring thing in the world. Like, I can still see a little bit of my pores on the sides of my nose into my cheeks. It's not accentuating texture. It's not blurring it terribly well, but it's not accentuating it. I would say we're at like a, this is just like a, basic little bit of coverage kind of performance, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not going above and beyond in the corrective areas, correcting lines, correcting texture. It's just giving a little bit of redness correction and a little bit of a dewy finish, and that's about all it's attempting on my face right now. Let's check the time. It is 12:57. Let's call it 1 o'clock. Let me go put the rest of my face on. I will be right back. Okay, y'all, I went back in and wiped off my forehead and nose and chin and reapplied a very light layer with my moisturizer and to not build up because it was just clinging way too much on the dry skin. So here is what it looks like with just one layer. Much better. I do not think this is buildable on dry skin. But at least it's going to be wearable now. Alright, I'll be right back. Back with the AOA Studio Pure Complexion Liquid Foundation. This one's not going so well. I'm actually kind of unhappy that I have to go out in public because it really like snake skin froze along the edges of any dry patches whatsoever, which is a bummer. I tried to cover that up with copious amounts of blush, and yeah, so not pleased. Although it feels fine, and I think it's okay for just basic color correction, you know, if you're getting rid of redness, you don't have flaking skin, that kind of thing. But that's not going to work most of the year for me because I almost always have flakes going on somewhere. Yeah, anyway, I gotta go. I gotta do my day. On the rest of my face, did I put it away already? Oh, no, because that's not what I wore. I went neutral today, hanging out. You know, if I'm only spending $2 on foundation, I got lots of money to buy the Natasha Denona face palette, right? This is the Hyper Natural face palette. I really like this palette. It's kind of like a nice all-in-one sort of deal going on. And I resisted the urge to put on my Serengeti highlight because I don't want to draw attention to the peeling dry skin area here, which is accentuated by this foundation, but my eyes and my face are this guy right here. I got pre-launch editions of the new Color Street eyeliners, so I'm wearing mahogany as eyeliner and of course black as tightline. Then mascara is the What's Up Beauty Watch Me mascara. Now, one thing I did get from AOA on shopmissa.com, they have a line of lip liner stains now, which are, you know, all the rage ever since the, you know, TikTok went viral with the stain, S-T-A-Y-N, where you put it on, wait 10 minutes, peel it off. But then CoverGirl relaunched their Outlast lip liner pens, the stains that are just no peel off, it's just a pen format. And it's now a vegan formula, and they added new shades, and I'm really enjoying these. So then when I saw that AOA had their own one come out, I grabbed a bunch of colors of them because, like, you know, they're, you know, $1 or something a piece. And so I'm wearing rose brown, and I have to say the tip on this thing was the best lip product experience I've ever had in my life. No joke. Easiest application I have ever had. And it's just one of those little, like, ball tip. It's, you know, I can't get it to focus. Do you see how it's like just that little ball tip type of a situation? The liners from CoverGirl are like a felt tip marker, but they're not bendy. They're like a solid felt tip, which is a little hard to draw if you're not good at drawing. Like, you have to be really precise and careful. This still was a little bit fluid when it applied, so it was just really easy to apply. I just never have had a lip application that easy. It's super, super, super sticky when you put it on. Don't press your lips together. Wait for it to dry, and then it's completely dry. On top of it, I put one of the new shades of the Lawless Forget the Filler gloss. Dare I say it? Pretty sure it's my favorite gloss. It's plumping, but not overly buzzy on your lips, and the shades are beautiful. I'm still hooked on the Cherry Vanilla. This one is Nudie, which is like a cool tone nude. They also have a warm toned nude and a lavender. The lavender one's gorgeous. I wore the lavender one recently in a video. Look for my video on, I don't know if it's going to go up before or after this. Probably already went up. Yeah, it already went up. Go look for this one. Alter Ego Dream Gaze palette. I wore the lilac in that. But yeah, so first impression of the AOA lip stains. Yes, bravo, love it. Now we'll see if it actually works as a stain and how it holds up with lip gloss over it. The other stains, the one from Sashu and the CoverGirl, they work great with gloss on top of them. So we'll see if this one does as well. But first impression is amazing. So here we go. Here's the face. Don't look too closely because I look like I have snake skin. But yeah, gonna go get my hair cut. Then I'll probably get a sandwich because I'm starving already. And then I'll get you a daylight check-in, and then I will come back tonight and give you guys my final thoughts. It is about 10 after 6, so it's been about 5 hours. Good winter shade for me.
Okay. I added about 5 hours for this evening at 6:10 p.m.
No, I was not talking to you, Siri. Here's what we got going on. Not a fan of this one. I feel like I've already lost coverage on my chin. And this is the lip stain after lunch. I did not get a sandwich. I had a burger and fries at the Campfire Grill. So that's what's left of the lip stain from AOA. And I'm gonna step into the sun here. There we go. Oh, she bright. There we go. There's the sun look. Look what I got! My stylist knows what I like. Hit up Tammy at the studio in Harrisonburg if you're ever in Virginia and you need a genius with hair. Alright, feeling a little dry. Just not loving this one. Not loving it. See my daffodils back there? So pretty. And the sun is still out because I wish we could all just stay at the same time and not have to flip clocks back and forth, but I would keep this time so it's lighter, darker, lighter, longer. You know what I mean. I'll see you tonight. 7:41 p.m. I know that just puts us just under the 7-hour mark, but I sat down here thinking to check and see if my makeup was good enough to get some new pictures to put. I need to order new business cards, and it's not. So we're not going to get any better over time, so I figured we might as well cut this one where it's at, put it out of its misery, and then I can touch up and take my pictures. For the record, here's where we are with the AOA Studio lip stain. I would say bravo. At this price point, you know, it's $1 something, and I would say it performs equally well to the CoverGirl or the Sashu lip stains, and much less expensive, and I love the applicator tip. I think they're calling all of these lip liners because none of them really hold on the inside part of the lip where you've got the most moisture, but slap some lip gloss on over this and you're still fine to go. Like, what a low maintenance, awesome way to have some color throughout the day on your lips with very minimal maintenance, which you know is my jam. So yeah, bravo there. This foundation though, oh, but let's talk about my hair. Ziva's climbing the chair. Yeah, so we were doing my hair and she was cutting my bangs, and somehow we got on the topic of space bonds. Please stop scratching my chair, Ziva. How many times are you ever going to hear me say that? Always. Lately, always. So we're talking about space buns, and as she, you know, she's clipping hair back to do the bangs and whatnot, and then she goes, you know, you've got enough hair back here that, you know, we could leave it a little bit longer in the back, or the back of the top half of my head, and then I could put it up like this when I want to. And I was like, yeah, yes, please. I mean, I still have the, like, faux hawk thing in the back, and still shaved my sides. I didn't do any decoration this time. My stylist is actually, she got some special, like, cutter thing for doing intricate designs and shaving heads And then I got some stencils, and so she's going to practice, and then one of my next haircuts will do something. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, so she gave me little pigtails, and I'm very excited about that too. Now I have to go buy rubber bands because I don't have any rubber bands anymore because my hair hasn't been long in a while and I didn't keep them, and now I gotta go get them. Anyway, let's talk about this foundation. My skin doesn't feel great. Feels kind of itchy, a little dry. Like, it's just dry itchy, not reaction itchy. The ingredients are fine. Dry, not fantastic. I'm also missing a ton of coverage. Like, my chin is red again, and I only blew my nose one time, and I was very careful about it. So the product missing on my nose is much more than I think I should be missing, considering. Even my blush is disappearing, and remember how I went a little overboard with the blush today? Like, where'd it go? Everything just is kind of vanishing. So the longevity is not great. The hydration is not great. The clinging to dry skin is horrible. Like, it's really bad. It got worse as the product dried down. It did not settle into lines. I'm not going to say it really did many favors in terms of blurring out texture, but it's not the worst. So I think if you are maturing skin but not on the dry or peeling side, it might be acceptable. But I think acceptable is probably as high as it gets, and since I do have dry skin all the time, then acceptable is not really, it's below average for me. So if I had to give a grade to the AOA Studio Pure Complexion Liquid Foundation, I'm going to give it a D. It's not entirely unwearable. Like I said, I think if you don't have dry skin and you don't have peeling issues, it's wearable, but the longevity is not great, and it's not really great for dry skin. And my grades are for dry, maturing skin over 40 from that perspective. So we're going to go D on this one. Don't really recommend it, even for $1.55, unless you're not dealing with dry skin issues. But of course, everyone's body chemistry is different, so go ahead and try it if you think it might work for you, because it might. It really might. It did not work for me, though, so there you have it. Another episode of Foundation Fest is in the books. If you like foundation reviews, if you had fun with this one, please give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments, what would you like to see next? I actually have a couple other foundations here from AOA. Well, from Shop Miss A anyway. This is the A2O Lab Soft Matte Foundation. I had another one here. I don't know where I put it. There were two. I don't know where I put it. So I do have a couple more budget foundations coming from Shop Miss A. But let me know, what would you like me to check out? I keep a running list. The more people that request certain ones, those are the ones I prioritize buying. I buy them whenever I can, and that's how that works. So let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. Come visit me over on Patreon. I post things like, it's going to be too late by the time you see this, but today I posted that it's the day of 50% off the MAC paint pots in the Ulta beauty sale event thing that they have going on, and a $13 paint pot. You bet your bippy I ordered my replacement, because look at how low we go. How low can you go? And the thing is, these actually never dry out, so it's fantastic. But I'm pretty down there. We're ready for a new one. I almost ordered two, but it takes me so long to go through them. There's really no reason to do that. So I just ordered one. But yeah, check me out over on Patreon. I post stuff like that over there. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, if it hasn't been banned by the time you see this. You know, Facebook, all the places. Except the place formerly known as Twitter. I'm not there. I'm on Threads too, but I don't look there very often. I want to get better at that. Whatever. Socials. Who's got time? Anyway, there you have it. Another episode of Foundation Fest. Enjoy. Hope you had fun. Let me know what you want to see next. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.